And yeah, one day they were just practicing in Matt drummer's basement, and I thought, well, I can totally be a part of this. How can I be a part of this? And they were like, we need a bass player, and I was like, oh, that's great. I play bass. I totally play bass. I have so many basses, and I didn't have any basses. So I ran out to a local pawn shop and picked one up, and I've been in Trove ever since.
So if it wasn't the bass, what would be your second choice, like of instrument?
Actually, before that, I was in a kind of punk rock outfit with my younger sister, and I played drums, and that's my absolute favorite. Not that I don't love bass. Bass is actually a lot more complicated than people give bass credit for. But drums are just an absolute blast. Like, I just love sitting behind that kit, tearing it up, being as close to the Muppet animal as I possibly can. That's just so much fun. Just so much fun. And it's badass being a chick behind the kit. How many times have you seen that? Aside from maybe Patty Schemmel, maybe. Like for what, 2 years? But, and there was no Courtney Love, which may or may not be a good thing. Yeah, just drums. Drums are awesome.
So what would you say is your favorite song to perform live on stage?
Favorite song to perform is probably the main single that we have, Ambition. Just because it's really, really hard edge. It's very, very catchy. It's got a really catchy kind of riff. You can hear the Nirvana influence in it. We usually do it a little bit different for live. Like, we kind of beef up the ending and go nuts, and then we start throwing stuff at the end. And we kind of leave the delay pedal on and go a little bit crazy. Create an atmosphere. Like, that's very much the most important thing, I think, about the live show. And in particular, that song. Right now, we're usually using it as our closer. So just the energy and the madness that kind of comes over you at the end, and just the throwing and smashing of stuff. Like, I've played everything that I can for you, and this is how it ends. We've got to close it.
So how'd you guys get involved with Music City North?
That's actually an interesting story. We were called into Coalition Music. We'd previously taken the Artist Entrepreneur program, and they wanted us to do a showcase for their Tour and Tech students. So we went in, we did our showcase, and we just figured, it's going to be just a fun day, playing stuff and meeting new people, and then Jeannie came up and found us, and that's when we first met. And she said, well, I run Music City North, and I was like, aha, I've totally found that online and have been looking it up and wondering about the festival and everything like that. But I guess I always feel slightly intimidated when it comes to applying for festivals. So I recognized the website and kind of put it in a list of festivals to apply to. And she ended up coming to us first and saying, do you guys want to play? And we were like, well, yeah, absolutely.
And quick yes too.
Yeah, we were like, oh, yeah, totally, absolutely. Yeah, not even a question. And yeah.
So you guys recently released your self-titled album. Where do you go from here?
That's a good question. We're asking ourselves the same thing. No, we're actually planning to tour in the summer. Kind of do like our first tour. Just go along for a 1, end up in Montreal, do a couple nights in Montreal, and do a couple nights on the way back. We're also working on an EP, and right now we've got all the music down. We're just working out just kind of the vocal parts and a lot of the harmonies, and that's the big thing, is we've got 4-part harmonies going now, so we want to work in every single band member into the vocal aspect of what we do. So I just kind of showed up one day at one of their practices. We all worked, by the way, at HFB. We were all working in the music store for about a couple of years, and they were like, "Well, we need a bass player," and I was like, "Yeah, well." Sorry.
we both saw it at the same time. I saw you look over me and I'm like, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm not gonna laugh.
You called it. You called it.